From the Keith Vincent Kaola Studios in Paterson, New Jersey, Green Arrow Media proudly presents Is This Real? Finally, you asked for it, and here it is. The Bermuda Triangle. And now your host, JC3.
Hey there, fellow truth seekers. Are you ready to dive deep into the mysteries of the universe? Look no further than isisrealpc.com, your one-stop destination for all things mysterious and unexplained. From captivating podcast episodes to thought-provoking articles, our website is packed with fascinating content that will leave you questioning reality. Visit isisrealpc.com today and join our community of curious minds as we explore the unknown together. Don't just wonder, discover the truth today at isisrealpc.com. Welcome everybody to another fantastic episode of Is This Real?
Is this real?
Thank you, Dad, for joining on that one.
Is this real? I'm sorry, we're lacking behind a little bit. Sorry, excuse me.
As you heard Big Joe say tonight, we are talking about the Bermuda Triangle. Anthony's not excited.
My nipples are hard. Let's do this.
In the booth tonight, as you can see right in front of you right now on the screen, we have Pope Tony. Pope Tony, say hello.
I'm in a Pope.
And we have Big Joe. Big Joe, say hello.
I'm not the Pope.
No, you're Big Joe. Obviously, I just said that. We are talking about the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes.
Little thing. So, Anthony, tell us why you don't like talking about the Bermuda Triangle.
It's not that I don't like talking about the Bermuda Triangle. It's that the Bermuda Triangle pisses me off. Because it's not just like it's one incident. There are so many things that happen.
Correct.
So many instances where people have gone missing. Boats and ships have gone missing.
And people on land, too. Don't forget that.
Yep, people on land have gone missing, too, because there are quite a number of small islands within the Bermuda Triangle. And it pisses me off because what the fuck is happening, right? Mm-hmm. There's credible natural explanations, but then there's also, like, little, like, caveat to those explanations, like, hey, by the way, you know, I'll explain one of those in due time. It's just one of those things where I'm looking at this going, if that was the case, that would work, except it doesn't because of this reason. Right. So something else is happening.
True.
And what the fuck is it?
True that.
That's why it pisses me off.
All right, Big Joe.
Well, I kind of agree with him. Oh, God. I agree with him.
I know, right?
But it bothers me because
the sun's going to explode.
I'm telling you, it's like...
Do you want me to piss you off?
No, I just want to kill this fucking fly. Anyway... Yeah, you're right. There's just so much to it, and nobody's really explained it properly. And when they do explain it, somebody comes up and goes, "Nope, sorry, that's not it. Can't happen that way." You know, I mean, you got planes that are flying through fucking clouds, and then, you know, they're looking down at the ground and they don't see anything where their base should be. That's the most telling one for me. Like, they flew through a time warp, and then all of a sudden. Right back again. You know, their instruments go fucking haywire.
You're bringing in time warps.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know.
Time warps?
There's a story of a plane that went through, the guy was going through a cloud, and the cloud, when he went through the cloud, it actually fucked with his instruments.
Yep.
And that when he got through the cloud, he was flying over what should have been his base. He was communicating with the base.
Yes.
But the base was not there.
Similar thing. I don't know which one you're talking about, but it's very similar to what happened with Flight 19.
That's probably the one I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, it's not the only one that's happened.
I watch history also.
Yeah, well, let me bring up the Britannica on it, because I'd rather go to Britannica than Wikipedia. And I'll show you exactly like I have on the screen right here. Let me just take my watch off.
We have
quick.
advanced.
We have. So on the screen, as you can see right in front of you, and on the screen as people are going to see on YouTube, the Bermuda Triangle is a section of the North Atlantic Ocean off North America in which more than 50 ships and 20 airplanes are said to have mysteriously disappeared. The areas whose boundaries are not usually universally agreed upon have a triangle shape that reaches approximately from the Atlantic coast of Florida to Bermuda to the islands known as the Greater Antilles, or as this one has to Puerto Rico. The one you see in front of. Reports of unexplained occurrences in the region date to the mid-19th century. Some ships were discovered completely abandoned for no apparent reason. Others transmitted no distress signals, and were never seen or heard from again.
Yep.
Aircraft have been reported and then vanished, and rescue missions are said to have vanished when flying to the area. However, wreckage has not been found, and some of the theories advanced to explain the reported mysteries have been fancified.
And don't forget, this is also in an area where the Gulf Stream is a big thing. So you get that coming up the coast along. It basically hugs the landmass, the Gulf Stream.
Correct.
So if something does disappear within that triangle, it's close enough to the Gulf Stream where it could be swept up and pulled away from the Bermuda Triangle. So if you know where it went missing, that's not where you should be looking. But
True.
we haven't found anything anyway. People just go fucking missing.
Well, here's he goes. I'm gonna read some more from the Britannica, then I'm gonna go to the History Channel one. Not sponsored, by the way. Although theories of supernatural causes for these disappearances abound, geophysical and environmental factors are most likely responsible. One hypothesis is that pilots failed to account for the agonic line, that place in which there is no need to compensate for magnetic compass variations, as they approach the Bermuda Triangle, resulting in significant navigational error and catastrophe. Another popular theory is that the missing vessels were felled by so-called rogue waves, which are massive waves that reach the heights of up to 30.5 meters for people outside America, 100 feet for people inside America.
Explain missing planes.
You just hit the camera, by the way.
What? Did he? He did. Move it to your left, Dad. Nope, more. Look at this. We're editing live. More, and you're looking at more, Dad. More. Right there.
I think
that's
he's fine right
yeah,
there.
That's
Fucking
fine. So 100 feet up, 100 feet waves.
100-foot waves.
Yes, 100-foot waves.
And don't forget, this is also a spot in the ocean where we get a lot of hurricanes. Like, think of all the major hurricanes that happen over, like, our lives. Just in the last, I mean, you know, he's so pissed off over this fly.
And 100-foot waves, and would theoretically be powerful enough to destroy all evidence of a ship or airplane. The Bermuda Triangle is located in an area of the Atlantic where storms, like Anthony said, from multiple directions can cover it. Coverage, making rogue waves more likely to occur.
Yeah.
So you have that right there. And then we go to this one. It's called The Legend of the Bermuda Triangle. And see, I'm not going to show you guys. I'm not going to show the faces while I'm reading this story because I love. You know what I want to do? I'm going to read the story, and then when I'm done with the story, I'm going to cut to both of your faces, and both of your faces have two different faces. I guarantee Anthony's going to be pissed off, and Dad's going to be like, "Oh, that's creepy." Let's see. Now
Okay.
you guys are looking at me. You're not going to look at them. Ready? The Legend of Bermuda Triangle. The area referred to as Bermuda Triangle or Devil's Triangle covers about 500,000 square miles
Let's just blame the devil. Something bad happened. It's the devil's fault.
of ocean off the southeastern tip of Florida.
Devil gets a bad rap, you know.
When Christopher Columbus sailed through the
Coming
area,
from the Pope.
on his first voyage to the New World, he reported that a great flame of fire, quote unquote, probably a meteor, crashed into the sea one night, and that a strange light appeared in the distance a few weeks later. He also wrote about erratic compass readings, perhaps because at the time of a silver of the Bermuda Triangle was one of the few places on Earth where true north and magnetic north lined up. William Shakespeare's play The Tempest, which some scholars claim was based on a real-life Bermuda shipwreck, may have enhanced the area's aura of mystery. Nonetheless, reports of unexplained disappearances did not really capture the public's attention until the 20th century. An especially infamous tragedy occurred in March 1918 when the USS Cyclops, a 542 full-long Navy cargo ship with over 300 men and 10,000 tons of manganese ore on board, sank somewhere between the Barbados and the Chesapeake Bay. The Cyclops never sent out an SOS distress despite being equipped to do so, and an extensive search found no wreckage. Only God and the sea know what happened to the great ship, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson later said. In 1941, 2 of the Cyclops' sister ships similarly vanished without a trace along nearly the same route. A pattern allegedly began forming in which vessels traversing the Bermuda Triangle were either disappear or to be found abandoned. Then, in December of 1945, 5 Navy bombers carrying 14 men took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the airfield in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in order to conduct practice bombing runs over some nearby shoals. But with his compasses apparently malfunctioning, the leader of the mission, known as Flight 19, as we were talking about, got severely lost. All 5 planes flew aimlessly until they ran low on fuel and were forced to ditch at sea. The same day, a rescue plane and its 13-man crew also disappeared. After a massive weeks-long search failed to turn up any evidence, the official Navy report declared that it was as if they had flown to Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the end of the story. So there's these faces. Anthony doesn't look too impressed. Dad, he's thinking. He's like, what is this? What could all this be? I told you. Anthony's going to be pissed off or unimpressed. And Dad's going to be like, what could this be? All right. We'll start with you, Dad. Your first take.
I don't know. And that's the big mystery of the whole goddamn thing. There's so much of this. No one has a clue. Because what might work in one instance is not going to work in another. What might explain why a ship is missing is not going to explain why a plane went missing.
That's true.
You know, and now,
I mean, a storm could be the definition for both of those things.
Yeah.
But, and this is what the problem is with this fucking place. There's always a but.
Exactly.
All right, Ant, your take?
Fuck this place. Fuck it. I don't go there. Let me put it like that. I don't fucking go there.
For a 2-part show because it's just way too much on this. It really is. I mean,
there. Okay, so you could sit there and say there are too much in it, but there are theories that explain what could be happening.
Yeah, one theory is that there's methane deposits underneath the in that section of the sea.
Oh, we're gonna get to the theories when we come after break.
Oh, you want to do that now? Okay.
No. What I'm saying is like there are a bunch of theories that can explain these.
Yeah, theories, but with all this shit that's missing, you think of one of them would have been found somewhere.
Well, think about this. So you're gonna go from plausible to supernatural or
alien,
extraterrestrial. That like you can go from like, okay, that makes sense. If this is the area of which we're talking about, and this is the shit that's happening in this area naturally, then that makes sense of why these things would happen. Like 100-foot wave would fucking destroy anything. Like what they were talking about. Like,
right.
But when you go into the supernatural or the extraterrestrial theories, in which when we come back from break, this is what these things are, and you have 9, I have 7. Like, there's a lot of theories for this place. Look at him; he's so pissed off right now.
There are a lot of. You're gonna get a lot of theories,
Dad. What you're going to have to do, especially with your camera looking at you, put your hand down and sit up straight because you can't see your face.
You're going to get a lot of theories with this because, again, this is not everything fits. There's a lot of different shoe sizes here.
This is like a puzzle, but made up of different pieces from different puzzles.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I think this one will fit here, but it doesn't fit there type shit. Like, nothing about this fucking area in the ocean makes any sense at all.
All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back to talk about the theories of the Bermuda Triangle. Please go listen to some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
I want to hit up with some...
Are you a filmmaker, cosplayer, or special effects enthusiast looking to take your creations to the next level? Then look no further than New Rule FX. From realistic props to professional grade special effects equipment, New Rule FX has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Explore their extensive catalog of high quality products and unleash your creativity like never before. Visit our link in the description to shop now below.
everybody, I'm JC3.
And I'm Mr. West.
And this episode is brought to you by Dubby. Made by professionals in the USA, Dubby was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crash.
No jitters.
Their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, including the patented Neurofactor. You know what Dubby doesn't give you?
What is that?
No calories,
No calories.
no sugars,
No sugar.
no fillers,
No fillers.
and no artificial flavors. When the raw ingredients arrive to their FDA-registered and inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP guidelines, they undergo a quarantine while a small sample of each ingredient is taken to test for any impurities, while also being tested to ensure that the ingredients are actually what they are supposed to be and have the proper dosage.
And once the ingredients pass all the tests, then they're cleared to get mixed into the formula. So head on over to dubby.gg and use our offer code IsThisRealPC for 10% off your first order. That's DUBBY.GG and use the code IsThisRealPC for 10% off. They have great flavors such as Galaxy Grenade, Dub Sludge, Passion Joy Tea, Monkey Madness, and Dragonade. My personal favorites.
Dragonade right here. I got Dragonade right here. Delicious.
Drink Dubby.
And be better.
These products are not intended to diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.
Who wants better sex? And who wants better sex starting now? The best way to get started is go to adamandeve.com.
Adam and Eve is offering 50% off just any item.
But that's not all. When you select your one item, you will also get 3 bonus items. That includes a gift for him, a special gift for her, and a gift you'll both like.
Plus 6 free movies for your viewing pleasure and free shipping.
There is discreet shipping as your privacy is priority. Plus 100% free shipping on your entire order.
Doesn't matter how much you spend or what you buy, it will all be packaged and sent discreetly for free.
Don't wait. Better sex is just one click away.
That's 50% off one item, 3 free gifts, 6 free movies, and free shipping.
Bring more pleasure and satisfaction to your bedroom.
Just go to adamandeve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy or anything you desire.
Just enter code QUESTION at checkout.
That's question, QUESTION at adamandeve.com.
This exclusive offer is specific to this podcast only. So be sure at checkout you punch in the code QUESTION. That is QUESTION at checkout. And get your 50% off one item, 10 free gifts, and free shipping. Remember, use code QUESTION. Also remember to listen to Is This Real every Sunday at 8 o'clock with new episodes starting July 16th. Remember, everybody, question everything and put that question at the end of your checkout at adamandeve.com. Welcome back, everybody, to our Bermuda Triangle episode as we continue season 14 in our Space and Ocean 2 season with the Pope and Big Joe over here. So now, guys, we're going to talk about theories, like we said in the first part. We're going to talk about these are 6 prevailing theories. You okay, Dad?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay, well, these are 6 prevailing theories in which they're thinking that these could be. All right, so number 1. Hold on, let me just get this our picture up here because I'd rather do it this way. Okay, cool. All right, so number 1, a time vortex. When I said a time vortex, I switched to his camera because I knew.
You're gonna fucking start with this one?
That's the number 1.
He did it, not me.
That's number 1. So
It's the number 1 theory.
Well, okay, so you guys
Let's completely ignore natural science and go right to science fiction.
Well,
Got it.
Talk about natural science. The one who postulated this theory was Albert Einstein. Shut you the
Nothing
fuck
makes
up.
sense here. This whole thing could be one giant science fiction.
All right, so ready? Albert Einstein postulated that a curvature of space would cause even light to bend through it. Some theorists believe that time, as a force of nature, can also get warped based on your location. The Bermuda Triangle is one location on Earth where the fabric of time is so thin that travelers can slip through it and emerge on the other side of a completely different time. This theory was solidified in 1970 when Floridian pilot Blue Gagne Jr., his father, and friend Chuck Lafayette were flying toward Bimini Island in the Bahamas and noticed a strange elliptical cloud, which he later called electronic fog, hovering about 500 feet off the ocean. Here is an excerpt of his story. Upon entering this cloud, we witnessed an uncanny spectacle. It became dark and black, without rain, and visibly was about 4 or 5 miles. Sorry, and visibility was about 4 or 5 miles. There were no lightning bolts, only extraordinarily bright white flashes that would illuminate the entire surrounding area. The deeper we penetrated, giggity, the more intense the flashes became. So we made a 135-degree turn to the left and headed due south on the out of the cloud. The remarkable thing is that we did not come out of the storm 90 miles away from Miami as we should have. We traveled through 100 miles of space in 30 minutes of time and a little more than 3 minutes.
That's not possible. You're telling me that this guy is the only known authentic time traveler? In a plane with his father and his friend, where no one was around, this guy time traveled 100 miles in 3 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Well, this is...
So you have
It's
two options.
it's an intriguing story.
You have two options. Either he's making it up,
Oh.
or it really happened.
Yeah, that's what it
No,
narrows
so
it
what's
down
what's
to.
the answer? Is he making it up, or
Everybody lies.
All right,
So he's
House,
making
calm
it up.
down. You know, you and House are exactly the same.
That's all I want to know.
I figured that when I was watching House the other night. Well,
So-
here, hold on. This is what they have right now, is why the theory doesn't add up. Ready, Anthony? Anthony's going to agree with this, Dad. You might not.
Go on.
No theory has negated what Bruce saw, but a fascinating and detailed analysis explains the science behind Bruce Gagne's flight. The report attributes his experiences due to a sunspot number of 84. Scientists track solar cycles of by counting sunspots, and a large solar wind of 706 kilometers per second, which created a disturbance of the magnetosphere and energy flux transfer. This occurs when a magnetic portal opens in the Earth's magnetosphere, through which high energy particles flow from the sun directly into the atmosphere.
Yep.
This caused not only his compass to go haywire, but can also account for the warping of the fabric of space he witnessed.
So
He's confused.
How is? Take it, because you're telling me you think he lied.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no.
the
Hold on.
theory
Wait,
is telling you it did.
Yeah, he didn't lie. He thinks,
I think he lied.
It's not a lie. What they're saying is the science behind it, in which they're saying the magnetosphere and
Right.
sunspots is explaining what
Could have happened.
What could have happened.
But as soon as they say bend the fabric of time,
What are they bending? Time or space?
Time. It says
That's. We have the mathematical equations to prove that time travel is possible. However, we don't have the equipment or the technology to make time travel happen.
correct.
Meaning that the math is sound, but we just don't know how to make it work in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I know, there's no natural thing that makes time travel happen either, other than the theoretical idea of what happens on the other side of a black hole.
Well, again, you got to go with theories. These are all theories. Everything on this is going to be theories.
Mhm.
Nothing's been proven. Nothing's been. Now it's up to you to separate what you believe the guy's bullshitting you, or you just want to get on the front page of the news.
well
Or
from
what?
what this
Yeah.
person is saying right here from the science.
Sounds to me like they're trying to make science
Explain it.
explain
exactly.
what happened to him
See-
and agree with what happened to him.
Okay, so the theory of what they're saying is that yes, this science could prove, like, this is the stuff that can actually prove what he went through,
Right.
not that he actually went through time and space.
Correct.
Right. So again, they're saying that this plausible, if all the dominoes lined up 100% correctly, then it's the same thing as saying, like, all the molecules in my hand, if I slap this table, all the molecules in my hand could shift in the right direction, and my hand could pass through the table because it's also made of molecules, and my hand would wind up down here. But that's never happened because the chances of that happening are astronomical. It would be like throwing all your laundry in the dryer, and then when you open it, it's all neatly folded. Is it possible that through the tumbling they all happen to form that way? Sure. But it's never going to fucking happen because there's too many variables to make it happen.
Okay, so
Like
again,
you
I ask
said.
you, please,
There is no explanation other than
but you don't believe him.
No, I don't believe him.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
I don't believe him at all.
Next.
Alright, so you want to get to the next theory?
Fuck
So-
him.
So what I think this what they're
And his
doing,
plane and his father.
what I think is happening here, Dad,
Mhm.
is these theories are talking about the incidences, and then so we don't really have to get into deeper theories. So number 2, I'm putting it right on Anthony's face. You ready?
Go ahead.
Aliens.
When we have no other reason, let's just blame it on the aliens or Satan.
It's a theory.
Sure it is.
It's a theory that in all of your grandiose style, you cannot prove
No shit.
that it doesn't happen.
Can't prove that
All right.
aliens exist. Can't prove that God
So-
Oh,
exists.
there's more than
It's
enough
the
proof
same
they
shit.
exist.
Let's talk about the theory and why. All right, ready?
Yeah, please.
So, the existence of a
fucking fly.
mysterious third dimension created by unknown beings has been speculated by some Bermuda Triangle theorists. UFO enthusiasts argue that the triangle is a stargate that extraterrestrials use for intergalactic travel. Many believe that Flight 19 may have been swept into this UFO portal. The weather that day was clear, and the flight was supervised by an experienced pilot, Lieutenant Charles Carroll Taylor. All of a sudden, Taylor made a radio call saying, "We are entering whitewater. Nothing seems right. We don't know where we are. The water is green, not white." It is also said that the Navy Board of Inquiry stated that the planes flew to Mars, as we said before.
They flew to Mars.
So why this theory doesn't add up? Ready?
Mhm.
Lieutenant Taylor, who was flying the plane, was unfamiliar with the area and was actually 50 kilometers off course.
Yep.
He had a history of getting lost, allegedly having done so 3 times during World War II, and being forced to ditch his planes twice into water. Thoughts on that, Anthony?
He was a C+ student.
Big Joe. He's pissed off.
See, unlike my counterpart over here, I actually have an open mind to this stuff. I can
I
actually
also have an open mind.
believe, yes, and to sit here and say that there's no evidence of aliens, that's a crock of shit. Anybody with a brain understands what's going on in this world. We all know it. Everybody can see it.
Can we just real quick, just be very specific here? There's no evidence of aliens. That doesn't negate UFOs. That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Well, what I'm saying is,
Who's driving the UFOs?
who the fuck knows? But they're gonna just pin on something from another planet. We don't know. You just look in the driver's seat and wave to them. I don't. I haven't.
So you're gonna tell me?
I don't know what it is.
We're gonna go because this is
Well,
this kind of fucking.
hold on. Before we get
How do we know it's not something man-made?
before
it's not. We all know it's not.
Okay,
So you're just gonna blindly deny it.
before
I'm not gonna blame it. Go ahead.
look, before we get into this argument, the next one is very short, sweet.
Go ahead.
Can I just add one thing to Flight 19?
No, I
Sure.
got 2 fucking flies.
The thing with Flight 19 was,
Don't worry about the flies.
If I remember correctly, Flight 19 was also doing a training mission that,
Yeah, bombers. Yeah.
yeah, but it was a training mission to not use certain navigational instruments because they wanted to see what happens that if you lost communication and you were flying like a dead stick and you were just flying a plane. So no instruments they turned their shit on and off throughout the flight, if I remember correctly, and they got lost. Several people wanted to turn around, but that would have been abandoning the mission, and that's not a thing you do in
He
the
looks
military. So they
Dad
said,
looks
"Fuck
so
you."
done. It's
So they
funny.
stuck with Taylor, and they ran out of fuel, and they fell into the drink. That's what happened, because that was the design of the training exercise in the first place. And by the time they realized that they were much further off than they should have been, and they turned everything back on, they were already fucked. It's like deciding to drive out to the desert, but you only have a quarter of a tank of gas. Somewhere in Death Valley, you're going to run out of fucking fuel. And it's too late to walk back, and you're still not even halfway across your journey. Chances are you're going to be buzzard food.
All right. I'm gonna get to the next theory because it's short and sweet, and Anthony's gonna be pissed off.
Oh, okay. More than aliens. Okay. Is it
It-
Cthulhu?
No.
Santa Claus.
No. You're getting closer though.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Easter Bunny.
It's the highway to hell.
Oh.
Some Christians consider the Bermuda Triangle as the gateway to hell.
I
Hence
remember
the
that in the
name
Bible.
Triangle, Devil's Triangle. That's it.
Yes. The Christians believe it, so it must be accurate.
Dad, your take on this one? I'm not. First of all, I'm not getting
He's
Anthony's take
sneezing.
on this one.
All right.
I'm not getting Anthony's take on this one.
Yeah, please don't. Shut his fucking mic off. He's done for
At the
night.
Last Supper, Jesus said, "Take this."
All right, we're getting blasphemy now. Don't.
I'm not being blasphemous.
Be blasphemous for your own bullshit. You're on
I'm
the
not
highway to
being
hell to begin with.
blasphemous.
All right, ask me what's the highway to hell?
The Devil's Triangle. That some Christians believe that this area is a highway to hell.
I guess that's a good enough theory but they need to come up with some proof on that.
Oh, that needs proof.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know what? Look, you can say, look, motherfucker. You can sit here and you can deny aliens all you want. We don't spend billions of dollars on black budgets in the middle of the fucking desert where no one can see us because we're mixing iced tea. Okay,
Fair.
There's
Just
something
imagine if we
going
were.
on there.
That's fair.
We have
Okay.
people that work
That's
there.
fine. We're not-
that have
hold up.
corroborated it.
Can
Yeah,
you-
Of course, Anthony, the anti.
Can you shut the fuck up? We're not talking about the desert. We're talking about the Bermuda Triangle.
He
Stay in this part of the world.
Sometimes,
Time to piss
I-
Anthony off. These is just.
please piss him off.
I'll be honest though, like these theories, it's just pissing Anthony off because I remember from
The
and-
Christians don't like it and it's spooky, so therefore it's something to do with the devil.
Anthony. Ready for the next? You guys ready for the next one?
Sure.
I love this one because we did an episode on this when we had the first Oceans in Space season. It is the location of the lost city of Atlantis.
And yet, their home security system is still kicking. You can't go in the house because it's abandoned. No one can get there if it's there. But if you
But-
try to get near
Hold
it,
on,
the
let-
dog bites you in the ass.
Let's read some stuff about it.
Sure, let's read
Right.
some stuff.
Anything but his voice would be
Okay.
refreshing.
Let's read some
Some
stuff about-
believe that the mythical lost continent of Atlantis once lay deep beneath the Bermuda Triangle.
Uh-huh.
An American psychic named Edgar Casey
Stop right there.
claimed to be able to channel answers to questions about Atlantis and documented many readings,
Of course
quote
he did.
unquote, about the lost city between 1924 and 1944.
So did Gene Roddenberry about outer space, but go on.
He said that the Bahamas banks were the last part of the Atlantis to sink.
Oh.
In one of his transcendental readings, he also mentioned an island, Bimini. Here lay a trail of energy crystals once used to
Energy
fuel the
crystals.
city. These electromagnetic forces were said to be able to cause interference with airplanes
Oh.
and ship electronic systems, causing them to vanish.
The energy crystals knew about that thousands of years ago when it sank beneath the surface of the water.
In 1968, scuba diver J. Mason Valentine Scuba diver J. Mason Valentine, a proponent of the Atlantis theory, discovered a series of laid stones at the bottom of the ocean that appeared to form a road, thus proving the existence of Atlantis.
No, it didn't.
If only he could have taken a picture. LOL. Why this theory doesn't add up. For many reasons, this theory doesn't add up. However, Valentine witnessed an underwater rock formation near North Bimini Island in the Bahamas called the Bimini Road.
Bimini Road, that's
We
correct.
talked about that.
Yes, we did. We have an episode about it. Go
yeah,
check it out.
3 or 4 seasons ago. The submerged rock formation known as the Bimini Road off the island of Bimini as the Bahamas is considered part of the triangle by some definitions. However, geologists consider this formation to be of natural origin.
But before Atlantis sank, they were making everything up, and they had these magical energy crystals. And then this was a couple thousand years ago, and they said, you know what, someday airplanes are going to get fucked up by these. And then they set them down, and they said, okay, that's good. Now we'll make sure that all the airplanes get fucked up. They didn't know what an airplane was back then, but they knew that these crystals, which were full of electromagnetic energy, were going to fuck the planes up.
All right, Dad, your take on this theory? 'Cause
Move
we
on
all-
to the next fucking theory.
We all know his take on this theory.
What was the theory again?
You could purchase these.
The lost city of Atlantis is under the
Well, there's
Bermuda
no proof that
Triangle.
there's a lost city of Atlantis. We all know that. That's all That's all speculation at that point. So as far as that theory is concerned and the crystals are concerned,
It's all
I'm
hooey.
going to say, you know what? I don't believe that, only because you can't have a theory based on something that was never proven to begin with.
Okay.
What?
On to the next one.
All right, the next one. You guys ready for this one? Ocean flatulence.
That is plausible if you explain it more than just ocean flatulence.
I give up.
Do you want?
I give the fuck up. I
Do you
give
want
it
me-
up.
Do you want to explain?
These
Hold on,
motherfuckers.
Do you want me to explain it? Because
Hold on,
I'll
Red-
explain it.
Please,
Red,
anything.
hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
explain. I want to
Hold
hear
on,
this one.
I'll read
Meth-
it from right here.
It's
Long
methane.
ago, a freighter ship carrying thousands of barrels of beans and lentils spilled deep into
That's
the
not
ocean
what
floor
happened, you fucking retard.
of the Bermuda Triangle, causing the area to have permanent case of gas every so often.
No, methane. Methane is a natural occurring gas. When released enough methane from the bottom of the ocean,
They were making
it
a
changes
joke.
the density of the water, which also changes the buoyancy of anything floating on the water, which
Yes.
means that whatever's floating on the water can now sink. The problem is, and I would agree with this theory 100%, it's the most logical one to me, enough methane, change the density of the water and what have you. Problem is, that doesn't happen that often. Most of this shit that we've with the Bermuda Triangle is from the 1800s to present day. You're talking a little about 250 years, 260 years of this shit
That we know of.
that we know of. But the methane deposits they're talking about with that much methane being released happens every 15,000 years.
Yeah.
Ish. So you're talking if it is that reason, then it just happens to be at a time in history where it's being released, which makes sense. The odds are pretty heavy that it's not, though, considering it's so long between those deposits being released. It's
Okay.
the most plausible, the most logical, but I don't know. I mean, if that's the case,
Well, there is one
it's
more
a lot of
theory.
fucking, it's a lot of space and it's a lot of time.
There is one more theory. Is a comet.
A comet?
Yeah,
A comet.
The Bermuda Triangle region is one of the two places on Earth, the other one being the Devil's Sea off the coast of Japan, which has a similar mystery attached to it, where true north and magnetic north line up, which could result in questionable compass readings. Some theorists believe that 11,000 years ago, a comet crashed to Earth and landed on the floor of the Bermuda Triangle, believing that this comet may have strange electromagnetic properties that could disrupt compasses and other navigational tools.
That's great, but that doesn't explain why things go missing.
Well, here it is, why it doesn't add up. Compasses have natural magnetic variations in relative to the magnetic poles, a fact that navigators have known for centuries. Magnetic compass north and geographic true north are only exactly the same for a small number of places. For example, as of 2000 in the United States, this is true for only those places on the line running from Wisconsin to the Gulf of Mexico. However, the public may not be as informed and think there is something mysterious about a compass changing across an area as large as the triangle, which it naturally will. Other theories for disappearances of the Bermuda Triangle have included pirates and government testing. Today, the most likely explanations are human error, poor weather conditions, and unfit vehicle operating conditions.
Meaning storms and people fucking up. G. In one of the most traveled areas in the ocean, where massive storms occur in forms of hurricanes, and people just panicking and sending their boats or planes and making bad decisions.
All right.
Sounds to me like that's the most logical explanation, other than spooky shit.
What do you have, Dad?
Can I just take it right from here?
Well, do you want to wait to we'll take a break and then?
Yeah, let's take a break.
All right, you're not talking into the mic, but okay.
Let's take a break.
All right, stop screaming, fucker. We'll be right back. Obviously, Dad has something important to say after we get back from break, but please go listen to some of our sponsors, and then we're going to continue with this debate. We'll be right back. Calling all cat lovers. Are you tired of your furry friend taking over your living space? Say hello to Cat Cave Co., your one-stop shop for all things stylish cat furniture. Their modern design seamlessly blend into your home decor while providing your cat with a cozy sanctuary of their own. Discover the perfect piece for your feline friend today using the link in the description and reclaim your space without compromising your style. Your cat will thank you.
Hey, fellow truth seekers. Want to take your love for the Is This Real podcast to the next level? Check out our exclusive merchandise line designed for curious minds like yours in mind. From comfy tees and hoodies to stylish mugs and accessories, our merchandise is the best way for you to show your passion for unraveling the mysteries of the fucking universe. Visit our online store at isthisrealpc.com and gear up to explore the universe in style. Don't just listen, wear your curiosity with pride with Is This Real podcast merchandise.
Hey there, fellow truth seekers. Are you ready to dive deep into the mysteries of the universe? Look no further than isisraelpc.com, your one-stop destination for all things mysterious and unexplained. From captivating podcast episodes to thought-provoking articles, our website is packed with fascinating content that will leave you questioning reality. Visit isisraelpc.com today and join our community of curious minds as we explore the unknown together. Don't just wonder, discover the truth today at isisraelpc.com. Welcome back to Oh Fuck Me.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very fast break on our end. A little
Yeah.
behind-the-scenes trivia for you.
Yeah.
Joey just announced we're going to go to break, and then he cued us down, and we're right back into the episode. No lube. We just went right through it.
Thank you. We are back from break. Thank you for listening to some of our sponsors. Please go buy some of the shit we're peddling over here. And as you can see in front of you, go buy some mugs and stuff. But Big Joe, take it away because you have something important. And
Yeah.
you it looks like, you know what it is. You look like you found a clue, Scooby. Like, please tell me what it is.
No, Anthony's always the one that's going to tell you, well, it didn't happen because you didn't prove this, you didn't prove that, you didn't prove anything
Yeah, he's
else.
an asshole. I know.
Okay, fine. So I'm going to prove you something here. Okay.
He's going
The
to prove me something.
government. Do you believe that the government might be behind it?
Not in 1800 or, 1965 or 1945.
The bulk of the stuff didn't happen until the 1900s.
Yeah, the 1800s.
Okay, there was
is when
ships
most
that were
of it-
missing, but we don't know what happened then. Now,
Mhm.
a number of theorists claim the American government's Autech base, you've heard me talk about that,
Yep.
Atlantic Undersea Test and Evaluation Center, located on the Bahamas' Andros Island, right in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, where the Navy tests out subs, weapons, and sonar. It's been dubbed the Underwater Area 51. Can't get there. They'll shoot you on sight, like that. Believe that the government has been working with aliens at Autech, okay,
Believed.
they're actually a testing ground for reverse engineered
Okay.
alien technology.
Real quick, Big
Are
Joe.
you a size
Hold
8
on.
or a size
Hold
7
on,
and a
real-
half or
Real
some?
quick.
What size is your tinfoil hat?
Dad, just move your mic back a little bit and back it up. No. Back.
This way.
There you go.
Is Autech real?
Autech is real, sure.
Okay. Do they do shit over there that we don't know about?
All the time.
Okay. Does Area 51 do shit we don't know about?
All the time.
Okay. They're both labeled under the government, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So who are you to say
Mhm.
that they're not working with aliens?
Someone with a brain in my head. Okay, they might be working on something. I have no problem admitting that that's a very plausible theory. But to compound that with saying aliens is too fucking far.
Is aliens too hard of a word? I don't understand. What, you don't believe in life outside of this planet?
No, I absolutely believe in life outside
So
of
you
this
don't
planet.
think that we've been visited by
Visited.
space travelers?
I think that it's happened once or twice, but I don't think it's as much as what people think it is.
Okay, so please explain to me all the UFO sightings around the world,
Mhm.
documented, videotaped. What are they?
Do we know they came from the outer space?
They didn't come from our Earth.
Why not?
Because we don't have that technology.
Oh, we don't.
No, we don't. We don't.
What about all the secret shit that's happening in Area 51?
Okay, we don't have any because of you. That would have definitely made its way to the public. Okay, just like everything else that government does.
Why? What do you mean? Why would it make its way to the public? What? In what form? In what form other than we saw something? They're not going to come out and say that we're doing this.
So you're telling me now that the government is
My fingers hurt
doing
right
all
now.
of this, okay, and they're doing some kind of technology, but they're going over to the Netherlands to fly over the thing to scare the people, and they're doing it in such a way that they're just doing it to frighten people.
Maybe it's not frightening people. If you're going to take your car out for a spin, people are going to see it because we have eyes everywhere.
This is not just one thing.
I know it's not one thing.
You have a million different things that are being seen.
We see a lot of things, and you know what? We had the government put together a bunch of scientists last year to sit down and look through it all, and their findings are, hey, a lot of the shit we can't explain, but there is a bunch of shit that we can just throw out and say that wasn't a sighting or that wasn't whatever. It narrowed.
So the government can't explain it, but you're telling me that they're just going to chance having it exposed by going out and using it blindly where people can see it and record it.
Mhm.
And actually, you have people that have been abducted and have shit
supposedly abducted
implanted in them that they can't figure out why.
Supposedly.
No, this is not supposedly. Doctors have pulled out chips out of people made of some kind of metal that hasn't been created on our Earth.
I like to see those things
Well,
because